Hello and welcome to another video in Windows Server 2025 video series. In this video, we will be covering an important topic coming to the Hyper-V failover clustering, that is Quorum. So previously, we discussed about Hyper-V clustering, which involved grouping multiple servers into one cluster to provide high availability for the virtual machines. Now coming to the Quorum, it plays a very critical role in Hyper-V and the failover clustering. It helps to maintain the cluster consistency and also prevent the condition called split brain. So what exactly is a split brain? Let's imagine you have a virtual machine running on Hyper-V1 and suddenly there is a network issue involving with the switch that connecting to the Hyper-V2. In this case, Hyper-V1 doesn't know whether the virtual machine running on Hyper-V2 is available or not, right? And Hyper-V2 also doesn't know if the Hyper-V1 is already running that VM. As a result, both nodes may try to start the same virtual machine simultaneously because they both have access to the shared storage where the actual virtual machine files are located. And this leads to a split brain situation and which can cause a data corruption. To avoid this, we use a majority based system called the Quorum. Essentially, the cluster nodes take a vote, and majority determines who has the authority to run the cluster. Let's say you have three nodes. If a failure happens, and Hyper-V1 can only see itself, it doesn't have any communication with the other Hyper-V host in that cluster. So it counts as a single vote, right? On the other hand, you see Hyper-V2 and Hyper-V3. They can still communicate each other. That is two votes. Since 2 is the majority, the cluster will stay online on that side, and Hyper-V1 being in the minority with one vote won't try to run the virtual machine. So this is how the Quorum protects the cluster from a split brain and ensures that only one side takes control, but it is not just limited to these kind of odd number servers. There are different options to set up Quorum, but the ultimate aim is it is how it protect the Quorum from a split brain scenario. There are different models of Quorum we can configure, but before we get into those part, let's recap why Quorum is very critical. It is essential for the cluster stability. It ensures that only the majority of nodes keep the cluster operational, and this prevent, because it's not just a case of 3 Hyper-V hosts. You may go to a data center and you see like 10 or 11 servers are part of the Hyper-V cluster, and if 2 servers lose the network connection and happen a split brain situation, then you will have a bad situation where the same virtual machines running at different locations. To prevent this kind of data corruptions and ensure that same workload is not accidentally run on multiple nodes at the same time, it is very critical to set up the Quorum at the Hyper-V clustering environment. Now let's look at the type of Quorum models that are available with Hyper-V clustering in Windows Server. The first type is node majority, which we just discussed in the previous slide where you have 3 servers. That is called node majority concept. So only the nodes, the Hyper-V nodes vote in this model. The next one we have is node and disk majority. In this model, a shared disk act as a witness and contribute an extra vote. And there are also node and file share majority, where a simple SMB file share, like you share a folder instead of a disk from a storage. And also we have a legacy method where the disk only counts, but however we don't be focusing that one because it is not recommended in the modern environment. Let's start with the node majority. As I mentioned earlier, this model works best when you have an odd number of nodes like a 3, 5 or 7 Hyper-V host. This is going to be the best case. For the instance, let's try an example with 3 node cluster. So the cluster will stay online as long as you have 2 nodes are online and communicating. If 2 nodes go offline, then the cluster shut down to avoid split brain situation. Suppose you only have 2 servers For example, it's a small regional office where you don't want to invest on an additional server. You only have 2 servers and a shared storage, no other third node. In that case, you can create a witness disk in this storage. Like we are going to do in our demo, we will start with a 2 node and a witness disk. So this situation is helpful for those who have only 2 Hyper-V servers and 1 storage. So the disk gets 1 vote in addition to each server. So if Hyper-V 1 has 1 vote, Hyper-V 2 has another, and the witness disk count as the third one. So in this scenario, if Hyper-V 2 fails, then Hyper-V 1 and the disk can still form a majority. They are 2, right? So the virtual machines stay up and running on the Hyper-V 1. The next one is node and file share majority. So this model is exactly same as what we discussed in the previous one, the node and disk. Only difference is this model replaces the witness disk with the file share witness. So this is a very simple SMB file share, and this option is very good if you don't have a shared storage or you are running a multi-site cluster. In this case, this is going to be the best option. However, this setup is only recommended for branch office or remote site offices. For enterprise data center, it is better to use a disk witness or simply run with an odd number of Hyper-V servers to maintain the quorum naturally. So let's quickly recap what we have covered. We talked about quorum in Windows Server failover clustering and its importance. There are different ways to configure. Use node majority if you have odd number of servers. If you have even number of servers, then go for disk witness. If you cannot afford a disk witness, then use SMB file share. This is the best options that are available with Hyper-V failover clustering. One thing I didn't mention earlier, you can also use Azure Blob Storage as a cloud witness. This provides a lightweight and highly available witness option, but your cluster must be always connected to the internet to achieve this. So that's all on Quorum configuration. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.